Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Exquisite Life. I'm back with a new video on some key mods for my Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. I have a philosophy I follow when undertaking modifications on all my motorbikes, covering safety, comfort and aesthetics in that general order. Today I'll be showcasing modifications that I feel are necessary and essential for an enhanced riding experience on the Himi. The other side of the coin is the fact that working on and tweaking your motorbike can be highly enjoyable and helps customize the bike to stand out from the rest of the crowd. Hey gang, so this is what my Himi looked like after my first modification video. I'll put a link on the screen in the top right hand corner, please check it out. Today I will be doing the install of this top box. I've purchased this top box online and I'll be sure to put all the information about this product in the description of the video. I wanted to talk about why I chose this particular top box in a bit more detail later on in the video. But let's take a look at this actual product. So you've got an aluminium outer shell, you've got some plastic protection here in high impact zones along the edges. You've got lockable clasp here. Let's take a look inside. So you've got all the fastenings that you need. It comes with 2 sets of keys. It's got this PU liner, which is great. These are plastic. So we're now looking at the underside of the top box. You've got this mounting plate which comes with the product that is going to be needed to mount this top box to the bike. The idea is you're able to just slide this plate out, and that helps with obviously taking your top box on and off the bike. So this plate will be fixed onto the back of the Himi, and then we can secure the top box in place, and then with that locking mechanism we can undo the top box and take it with us if we need to off the bike. So for the actual install, let's now look at how this mounting plate that was supplied with this product fits in with the plate on the back of the Himi. So I'm going to remove this mounting plate from the top box. So we'll just slide it out. And now we're going to check how it fits onto the back of the Himi. In order to mount this plate from the top box to the Himi, we're going to have to remove this existing plate here. So we just use a 5mm hex key to remove these 4 bolts. So now it's just a matter of lining up this plate with the existing bolt holes and then securing this plate. To secure the plate, we take the metal clamp, a flat washer and a hex bolt and thread that through the mounting plate into the Himi. Once the mounting plate is secured to the bike using the clamps, it's a matter of now securing the clamps from the underside of the plate using a flat washer and a hex nut, and then you just tighten up the hex bolt from the top. So the 2 hex bolts are secured using a flat washer and a nut. Next I got a 11mm socket to hold down the nut under the mounting plate, and then I used a hex key to tighten the hex bolt from the top.
Once the plate is secured, now it's time to actually slide on the top box and lock it in place.
So there you have it, guys. This is the finished install of the top box for my Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. This is what it looks like. So I got this tail box from Amazon. I'll link the product in the description of this video. But I think for what it's worth, it's pretty good value. It's about $150 for a aluminium shell box with locks and a easy click out sort of system. Let me know in the comments section what you think about this box and how it looks on the bike.
Okay, so I wanted to run through a few reasons why I got this tail box. Reason 1 is securing my belongings when I'm out and about. I go around filming, and when I'm out touring, I need a deterrent to stop my expensive gear from going on a walk. So I looked into soft luggage options, and a solid box presented the best deterrent in my opinion. Reason 2, a tail box still allowed me to keep my bike streamlined in terms of the looks, especially from the sides, and when the bike is off-road going through narrow sections, the skinnier the bike, the more clearance I'll have around branches. So the tail box helped in that. The final reason, I had never had a tail box on any of my motorbikes, and I really wanted to get a first-hand feel of what it's like riding around with a big box on the back of your bike. A quick shout out to one of my viewers, Mr. Tangles, who commented on my touring review of the Himi. Now, the Himi is definitely a top-heavy bike, and I'm going to see how the added weight from the top box feels as I ride it a few more times. I do already have some side panniers that I'm looking into, so we'll see how we go in the near future. I wanted to address a great question from one of my viewers at Riccardini9560 about why someone should buy the Himi over the more powerful, modern, and perhaps refined CF Moto 450 MT. I think both bikes are very capable and similar, but have small differentiations. Deciding between the two for me came down to the character of the Himi, the single-cylinder engine and the low-down torque that it produces. Now to a more subjective opinion, I think the Himi has a charm, a certain je ne sais quoi that is difficult to articulate, but if you know, you know, which I didn't quite get from the CF Moto, and it looked just like many other ADVs, whereas the Himi really caught my eye. Please put down your thoughts to help out our fellow riders to get a sense of why, if you own a Himalayan, you decided to get this bike.
So another quick modification for my Royal Enfield Himalayan is replacing this existing plastic radiator guard with one of these metal ones that I got from AliExpress. I'll link the product in the description of this video, but it's a very quick and easy swap out. You've got 3 bolts that will just basically be a matter of removing the bolts from the existing radiator guard and then just fitting this back in place. So all we need for this install is a 10mm socket, and we're just going to remove these existing bolts. This one up top here is a little bit trickier, but you just put your hand through here in front of the mudguard, and we've got this third bolt off as well. There you go. Got these 3 bolts. This is the stock radiator guard. It's just plastic with these fins. That's what the radiator looks like without the guard. Now we're going to put on the new guard. So the new radiator guard has these clips here that will basically hang off the top of the radiator. So once we've attached the new radiator guard to the bike, all we need to do is tighten up these 3 bolts and we're done.
Let me take this opportunity to discuss why I think this modification is important, especially if you're taking your bike off-road. This is what can happen when a radiator meets an overly friendly rock. It's not pretty. Rocks, bugs and other debris can strike the radiator and damage the fins, leading to a loss of cooling efficiency, leaks in the radiator or a total malfunction. A metal guard is a lightweight and cost-effective way to manage the risk of damage. The experienced riders already know this, but I have to make content for all types of audiences, so please don't mind if I go into a bit of granular explanation on the modifications.
So the first step of this install is going to be removing this existing windshield. So for that, you're going to need a 5mm hex key, and we just need to undo 4 bolts. So all now that needs to be done is to remove the old windshield, put the new one on, and we're going to do the bolts up. So in order to install the new Givi windshield, I'm going to have to remove these rubber bushings from this existing factory windshield, and these bushings will go back onto the new windshield. So we just need to put them in and get them installed in place, and then just bolt on the new windshield. The final step of the install is to position the new windshield on the headlight properly, make sure it's seating there correctly, and then align the bracket, and then simply fix the shield in place with these factory bolts.
I mentioned in my review of the Royal Enfield that the stock windscreen is a tad small and you do experience a little bit of wind buffeting. So I've replaced it with this much taller screen from Givi, which will help with that wind buffeting, especially at highway speeds. We'll see how it goes for a couple of weeks. There you have it, folks. I've undertaken 3 modifications that, in my humble opinion, will enhance your riding experience by firstly allowing secure storage of your belongings on your adventures, will protect your motorbike from damage and provide you a more comfortable ride. This is not a sponsored video, I'm simply giving you some ideas that you may want to try. Most of all, get out there and enjoy the ride. If you like my content, please give this video a like, comment on any other modifications the rest of the exquisite light community would benefit from, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification icon. That's all for now, I'm out, see you on the next one.